Guitar comparisons are some of the most popular and fun videos that I upload and that I watch on YouTube. I feel like there's a lot of great information that can be had that not everybody's going to have access to. Sometimes with guitars that are a little bit more uncommon or out of production, you might have a difficult time finding them in person, and even much harder time finding two of the same guitar in person that's often being compared. But with that being said, I feel like they're not always the most accurate way to judge how a guitar is going to sound, not only in your own rig, but even in the rig that it's being used in the video that you're watching. So what I want to do today is try and prove that point, if only by showing you the tip of the iceberg. I'm going to correct something that I should have absolutely mentioned when I reviewed this guitar, the Fender FSR traditional 60s Jaguar made in Japan, and the American Vintage 65 Jaguar. One tiny setting on that amplifier made a night and day difference with how each one sounded, and obviously that's going to impact the viewer's kind of opinion on how they sound based on the video that I posted. We're going to fire up the Z. I'm going to show you exactly what I'm talking about. Right now on the Z, the volume, treble, middle, and bass are all at noon. The reverb is turned off. The master is a little bit less than noon, and the cut knob is at 9 a.m. if we were looking at it like it was a clock. Let's see how these two guitars sound right now, because this is the way that I had them set up when I filmed the demo. Now here's the important part and the crucial detail that I absolutely should have mentioned when I was doing that comparison. I'm going to move the cut knob now to where I typically use it on this amplifier, regardless of what guitar that I'm kind of demoing or playing through. Right around 11, so we've moved it up only 2 notches if we're looking at things like an analog clock. Play the same exact thing over again, and now you should hear quite a big difference between the two of them. And this could lead us down an even deeper rabbit hole just in general when it comes to the sounds that you're hearing on your end. On this channel, we keep things simple, but this is not the case all across YouTube. People that have bigger budgets, people that are able to film in professional recording studios, they have a lot more gear available to them when they film this sorts of stuff. We're using a 57, then we're going right into the Apollo Twin and using a 610 preamp emulation. That is it. There's no other signal processing whatsoever. That's not always the case. Some people, you could be going into an external Neve 1073, then going into an EQ, or you could be going into a channel strip and then hitting a compressor. How is the compressor set up? How much of all of this stuff is kind of modifying the original signal that you would be hearing from just the amplifier in the room? The long and short of it is, I wouldn't take any of these comparisons as gospel. Just think of them more as entertainment and as basic guidelines. The more information that's shared with you, the better, especially when it comes to settings and the signal flow that's involved. But the best way, again, I'm going to repeat this, and again, I'm going to acknowledge that this is not always something that's easily available to you to do. If you are curious between the differences in two different guitars and how they're going to sound and feel in person, is the best way to do it. Thank you for watching today's video. If you have any questions, comments, or concerns, you can leave them in the comments section down below. I want to thank my buddy Bradford, who actually gave me the idea for this video, because he pointed out that this guitar sounded a lot more kind of dull in the comparison to his ears than this one, and he thought it sounded great. And I thought to myself, well, yeah, it's because I had the cut all the way turned down, but you guys didn't know that. So thank you for that. Hope you have a wonderful rest of the day, though. Take it easy, everybody.